Hello everyone, welcome! So we decided to play the Land Druid, and as soon as you got to level 3, you still have to choose a terrain. And at level 5, you're going to make another choice, okay? What is the difference between an Arctic Druid, a Coast Druid, a Desert Druid? Well, basically each one of these terrains give you access to spells that are always prepared. Some are pretty cool because you might get a terrain that gives you access to spells that druids do not have access normally. So now let's have a look on all terrains to see what you get. At level 3, the Arctic Druid gets access to Hold Person and Spike Growth always prepared for their land like domain power. But we need to consider that these spells are two spells that druids already have access to, so you're not getting new access. However, these are very good spells, like premium second level druid spells, so you're actually getting spells that you want to have memorized. And just because you chose a terrain on level 3 doesn't mean you need to choose the same terrain on level 5, okay? At least on Baldur's Gate. So on level 5 here, you can choose another terrain, but let's go for Arctic. Arctic terrain will give you access to Haste and Sleet Storm spell. Now, this is pretty good because Haste is actually a very good spell that druids not normally have access to. You can actually check that. Look, I'm going to select Coast here. Now I'll customize here, and as you can see, my Coast Druid can't choose Haste from this list. So at least you're getting access to spells that you are not normally able to choose from. The other, but Sleet Storm, it is a spell that druids can choose from, as you can see here that we have on the list. Haste, though, is a very good spell, and well, I'll point to the Arctic Druid. Now, about the spells that the druids get, I think Lion is going pretty much by book. I mean, unless there's some spell like create food and water, for example. Yeah, they don't have that in game, so they changed it. So let's have a look. Arctic, level 7, you get Freedom of Movement. It's a pretty good spell that I think you druids usually don't have. And Nice Storm, that's a spell that usually druids would have, and that's alright, not the best one. 9th level spell, Commune with Nature, that's like, yeah, that's fluffy spell. I don't know if Larry will keep that, it might change it. And Cone of Cold, that's a very good spell that druids usually don't get, and that's a good one, a very good damaging spell. So the Arctic level high, that's good. I mean, maybe level 9 could be worth that. At level 3, the Coast Druid gets access to pretty much wonderful spells. So you get Misty Step that druids don't normally have, and you get Mirror Image, another spell that druids don't normally have. They're both very useful, with Misty Step being one of the best spells in the whole game. If you select the Coast Druid at level 5, your spells that are going to have always memorized are Sleet Storm and Call Lightning. There is a problem there. These two are spells that druids already have access to, so not the best lane to choose on level 5. Level 7 we get Control Water. Now I don't think Lara will have Control Water in the game, so they might change it to some other water spell, but we shall see it. Control Water would allow you to manipulate water, like move water and stuff like that, and I don't see that happening. So I don't know, let's see. And Freedom of Movement again, alright. 9th level, Conjure Element, that's something that druids can have already, and that's a good spell. And Scrying, that also I don't think we will have in game, so we shall see what Larry will put in place of it, right? If you pick Desert Druid at level 3, you get access to Blur and Silence. Actually two good spells that druids do not normally have access to. And Silence is a little bit circumstantial, and Blur is better if you're planning to engage a lot in melee, but still, and then you have to have concentration, so very good constitutive saving throw, but still good spells to have. Useful. When you pick Desert Druid at level 5, the spells you're going to have are Protection from Energy and Hypnotic Pattern. So Protection from Energy is not a good spell, and druids already have access to it. But Hypnotic Pattern is actually a great spell that druids don't have access to it, so it kind of balances each other. Level 7. Blight, that's a damaging spell that druids already have, but that's okay spell. And Hallucinatory Terrain, I don't think druids are having that. I know the big list of spells was confirmed already, but maybe they'll add more. Or maybe they'll take something out of it, I don't know. But I think they need to change that. I wonder if they will keep another illusion. 9th level, Insect Plague, that's alright. Wolfstone, that's okay spell also. But they are also both spells, if I'm not mistaken, that druids get access to. If you choose the Circle of the Land, Forest Druid on level 3, you get 2 spells prepared. That's Bark Skin and Hold Person, which is unfortunately because druids already have access to these spells. So pretty much not very good choice here. Yeah, level 5 for the Forest Druid is not very good also. I mean, Whole Lighting is one of your best 3rd level spells, yes, but druids have access to that already, so yeah. And Plant Growth is another nice spell, but the druids also have access, so... Oh, sorry Forest Druid, you're not the one. Level 7 Divination, which I think druid is going to... I don't think will be in the game. Freedom of movement again. Okay, that's a pretty... Look, another freedom of movement here, so they love to give that to druid. But that's a good spell, okay? There's a very good spell to make sure your guy can't be stunned, they can't really grapple him, he can't be restrained, he can move without problems. That's a pretty good spell. Level 9, Commander's Nature. Nah, I don't think we're having that. 3 Stride. We might have that. That's his ability to enter one tree and leave another. That's kind of a teleport. So I don't think we'll have that because we have teleportation between the rooms, right? Maybe they can give that so they can do in combat. I don't know. Let's see. Level 3, the Druid of the Land, Grassland, Druid, have access to Invisibility and Pass Without Trace as their circle spells. Now, Invisibility is not a spell that Druids usually have access to, so that's cool. We have it, that new available spell. Pass Without Trace, Druids already have access. As the Grassland Druid at level 5, you get access to Daylight and Haste. Now, Daylight is a spell that Druids have access already, and not the best one, but Haste it is a very good spell that Druids don't normally access. Grassland. Divination again? Nah, we're not having that. Freedom of movement. Pretty much Forest and Grassland look similar here, right? Such a shame we don't have Spider Climb in the game. I love Spider Climb. Now... Keep it back, Grassland. Level 9 Dream, we're not having Dream, that's so you can invade someone's dream, giving them message, or even like pestering them. And Insect Plague, a good spell that druids already have access to. So lots of spells here they are going to have to change in the Circle of the Land. Let's see, they might change something that will be much better, right? If you opt to go as a Mountain Druid on level 3, you get actually a very nice spell in Mirror Image. That's one of the best spells in the game, I think, because it's not concentration, can really save your Druid. And you get Spike Growth. Now, Spike Growth, it is a spell that Druids have access, but it is one of the very best spells, so it's pretty cool to have it. Well, another win for the Mountain Druid. At level 5, you get access to Cold Lighting. As we said, one of the best Druid spells, but you already would have access to that. But we get access to Fly. That's a pretty good spell, and well, now you can cast it and you wouldn't be able to as another type of Druid. Mounting we get, that's funny thing is, Lightning Bolt wasn't in the game, so the video I did now, that's early access, right? So the Mountain is not getting Lightning Bolt, and we don't have Melting to Stone, so it's another 2 spells for Mounting, but we're getting Lightning Bolt in the game. I don't see they not adding Lightning Bolt in the game. I think they are. So maybe Mountain will lose one of those spells and get Lightning Bolt. Let's see. 7th spell, Stone's King. That will be in the game, and that's a good spell. Now, if you need more protection. And Stone Shape. I don't think that will be in the game. So we shall see. 9th level, Pass Wall. Well, it is to pass a wall, as you can imagine. Other uses for it, but they do have knock, right? Would they add pass walls? No, I don't think so. Imagine you're able to create passages and stuff elsewhere. I don't think so. And Wolfstone, good spell. That's a nice spell to add to the game, but also you need to be able to summon obstacles. And we haven't seen something like that yet, but I hope it is. So lots of stuff that are not in the game. Incredible, right? On level 3, the Swamp Druid will get access to Melf's Acid Arrow and Darkness. Now, Darkness is a spell that we wouldn't have normally. That's a good spell, especially for some, let's say, cheesy tactics. But Melf's Acid Arrow is not a spell that I love. But you know what? It's nice to get newer spells. We wouldn't have access to either any of these spells, so that is that. Okay, the Swamp Druid at level 5 gets access to Stinking Cloud and to Vampiric Touch. You wouldn't normally have access to any of these spells, so that's cool, 2 new spells. Now, Stinking Cloud is kind of like a circumstantial, maybe even cheesy spell, I would say. Kind of strange, I don't really like it, but you can fit it. And Vampiric Touch could be good, but you need to make a melee build for that. So there are lots of like things that you have to put in motion to be able to use this spell in a good way. But it's a good spell, I think so. And now Swamp Druid, Afraid of Moon again, what a surprise, And Locate Creature, that pretty much doesn't work, so the other thing. And look at the 9th level, Insect Plague again, and Scrying, so they have to change that also. Oh man, the Underdark Druid, the level 3, get access to Web and Misty Step. 2 spells that druids don't normally have access, and 2 excellent spells. Misty Step is one of the best spells in the game, allowing you to teleport, the druids can't do that. And Web is one of the best control spells in the game, so great spells here, the Underdark Druid, great spells here. Now, the Underdark Druid was doing so good on level 3, but level 5, not so good. So Stinking Cloud, and yep, it is what it is. And Gaseous Form, there's a very bad spell, but that you can maybe fringely use to go around and like explore. But apart from that, kind of bad. Underdark, we can Great Invisibility will be on the game, and that's a very good spell. You can pretty much cast on your druid and then you attack with advantage all the time, then whoever attacks you has advantage, and that's a concentration pretty good. Stone Shape again, they should change it. Cloud Kill, I know lots of people are fan of Cloud Kills, and that is a classic spell, and can be good. So I like to use Cloud Kill and cheese stuff. Nice that we have it. Druids wouldn't have it, I think. And Insect Plague again. So yeah, guys, pretty much lots of spells here that we don't have in the game. We're not having in the game. I mean, I think there's no way we're having UnderdarkTerrain or Great Food and Water. Well, that was the video, guys. Thank you very much for sticking up through here, and thank you your support, alright? And if you guys like the video and want to see more of it, please like and subscribe to the channel. See ya!